Hello everyone, June 1st, 2022, definitely a choppy market, right? If we look at the SPY daily chart and QQQ, you will start to see like what we said yesterday. Yesterday holding the EMA support, but might start to get into choppy zone. We're starting to bounce from here. Looks like it's getting into the choppy zone. And we started to take out some swing trading because if you look at the 10-year yield, right, TNX is yesterday is breaking a downtrend already. 4-day EMA cross on daily, and today is a huge pop. Together with crude oil and natural gas close about the closing green. Settled in green already. Crude oil right now is 118 per barrel. And the other thing I've been looking at the whole day today is the US dollar is actually breaking this daily downtrend as well. Ready to break out. If you look at some like Japanese yen, they actually start to drop further. Right now, Japanese yen is at 20 years high. Right. So right now it's at 130. I do think we're gonna break 131, which is a 20-year high. It's a huge breakout on daily chart overnight, and these are bad news, right? US dollar 10-year yield, if they jump, usually that means tag is going to be choppy, most likely, or pull back. There's a very small chance that tag is going to push out further a little bit more together with TNX and US dollar. Usually it's the opposite. Usually when US dollar goes up, the US tech company, their export profits and margins will be affected. The good thing about the US dollar effect on tech, if you look at the earnings in more details, they will mostly reported that US dollar strength only affects the tiny bit of margins, at least in the last quarter of earnings. But if US dollar continue to strength, we might see a different story in the next earning, which will coming out for tech earnings in June and July. So come back to SPY, right? I'm kind of surprised today the 410 level didn't hold. So that's why I wasn't even try to short it at the opening, because it dropped so quickly at 410. And I was expecting that level to hold, and that level didn't hold, did go back down to 407. But then 407 consolidated for an hour, and that's why beige book's coming up. So I started long SPY and make some decent 85% profit. But yeah, exit around 410, which I was a little doubtful that SPY can push out further. But then the Fed official come on and say the employment numbers are strong, the market just bounce out to the 411.8 our target, and if we hold it, it'll be about 250%. So two sets so bad, close too early. And Shopify this morning, try to ride together with Amazon. So I tried to day trade it, didn't work out, I quickly take it out. Right, glad we take out very fast, because if we keep holding it, that weekly 400 call right now is only $1. Right, at opening try to break out and then quickly pull back, holding a 15-minute support. SPY doesn't look good, so I was like, you know what, let's get out. Lost 35%, kind of offset with SPY, kind of break even day again. And then because of that, I decided to take out TQQQ with tiny profits on the swing. I just feel like the risk reward is not here anymore. I know some members are asking like, when we shouted out SOXL and TQQQ swing back to May 27, our confidence was pretty high, is because back to those times, TNX was in downtrend, stayed below 30. Right, that's now no longer the case anymore. In the past Tuesday and Wednesday, TNX just jumped up pretty massively, most because the crude oil pop out during the long weekend. Yeah, so take out this. I'm still waiting for, because the employment number is still pretty strong. So I do expect tomorrow morning and Friday morning the employment number will be good. And maybe we'll further push tech a little more. And that's the case, I'll probably take out this ACN and semiconductor. Again, I just don't think this 10-year yield is a very, very strong indicator. Usually when they push up, tech is have an inverse relationship, tech will go down. So yeah, further up, I'm gonna take out this too. We'll start to do more vertical spread again when the market, we're expecting the market are not moving out that much. And that's why we're still holding on Amazon vertical spread on the weekly. Start splitting next week, right? So I do think right now our Amazon vertical spread is in the money, about 70 points. So very low chance it's going to be out of money by Friday closing. So I think we can harvest that with 100% nice profits. Same logic I was doing with Shopify, right? If Amazon can move up, I do expect Shopify is going to move up at the end of June. Start splitting is on June 28th. I've been debating on July 15, 500 call. But look at TNX breaking now, I decided to hold on that one. But I entered some stocks today, expecting more curl back up when the stock splitting is coming coming up. We still have about 3 weeks, so market can change. Using a longer dated option out of money is still a little bit risky. So, but also looking at like early July, the end of June, the vertical spread on Shopify. Yeah, I haven't pulled the trigger. Trying to see if TNX is going to break 30 and might see a tag pullback. If that's the case, we're probably going to see Shopify pulling back. The other one I've been watching closely as well is Google. We have in a long-term investment, but yeah, the stock splitting plan is coming out in July as well. It's definitely breaking the downtrend, holding a bottom, which is around 2,000. I haven't added it because we have TQQQ on long-term investment. So kind of sitting in our hands right now. Yeah, so looking across the market, I really don't see very good swing right now. I was debating on US dollar. We have a lot of ETF options. Yeah, maybe this one has a chance. We started to see some US dollar call sweep earlier, so I was debating we should just follow those trades. Maybe let's see one more day just to make sure. Right, here's the thing I saw today, right? So if you look at UUP, we start to see some January 1930 call, July 1527 call with a pretty decent size, about 5,600,000, right? It's pretty nice volume. So let's see, 30, right? So people do expect US dollar to break year high at the end of this year, which is I'm expecting too. Okay, some concerning level of a SPY put sweep today again. That's the other sign. Together with TNX, that SPY is probably going to reverse to the downside. See about $22 million of put sweep. First, it's only 7.8 million of call sweep. But again, I still think the market's probably going to hold up well this week with employment numbers. That's probably going to be pretty good tomorrow morning and Friday. Start to see more QQQ put as well, right? So short term, the yield probably going to go up. Tax probably going to be choppy and pull back. But longer term, unemployment rate is still low. That means economy is strong. I still think longer term, U.S. stock and crypto market will still be good. And let's take a look at the sweep, right? We're starting to see like PayPal, like we're mentioning. I think second half this year, PayPal probably going to start to go back up. Rome is shout out Amazon doing pretty well. A lot of weekly. Next week 2,600. Call sweep, very expensive. I was looking at 2,500. Maybe I'll do something at the end of closing tomorrow when the contracts are cheaper, which I don't know if that will happen since the stock splitting coming out on Monday. Started to see some call sweep on NVIDIA, AMD. Some members are asking, right? I still think AMD numbers are pretty good. NVIDIA bad guidance, but the stock price holding up. So that's a typical short-term bottom sign. Even though the revenue guidance are down, that probably means the market are pricing since NVIDIA has dropped like what from all-time high 400 to about 150, and now it's bouncing back. So that's why I've been using SOXL. Swing back to May 27. Yeah, this is a UUP US dollar we talk about. See a lot of Peloton puts. We can take a look. Owen is another semiconductor. Let's take a look at equity. Yeah, we see some dark pool for 12.6. That's the current SPY level. Around the current SPY level. Yeah, don't really see a lot of impressive dark pools except this snowflake.
Facebook, Sheryl Sandberg stepping down as COO.
Oops. Okay. Let's take a look at Facebook put. Huge rep out on Facebook. However, we have a gap here to fill 181. Hold on. Let me stop the recording first. Yeah, thanks for watching. That's pretty much the high level of the stock market right now.